It's breaking my heart because it's all gone.
It was raining so hard you couldn't see in front of your face.
I've never seen anything like this.
Hurricane season had a lot of storms, but what we're all going to remember from the 2012 hurricane season is the impacts.
And there are a lot of impacts to talk about. While Sandy was the most destructive and most likely memorable storm, we actually saw 4 tropical cyclones make landfall in the U.S. The first, Beryl, in May before the official June 1st start of the season. Beryl made landfall near Jacksonville, Florida.
It was actually a strengthening system as it moved toward the coast, and in fact it was the strongest tropical storm ever to make landfall before the start of the hurricane season.
Look at the wind and rain from this squall from Beryl.
Beryl's impacts were confined to Florida in the form of flooding. Florida also fell victim to Tropical Storm Debby. Debby was the earliest D storm on record, forming in June. It made landfall as a weak system in northern Florida.
15 to 20 inches of rain in less than 24 hours.
But despite being a 40-mile-per-hour tropical storm, it produced copious amounts of rain.
As a result, flooding was a major issue with Debby.
You can see the sheets that are just coming across the road.
The first hurricane to make landfall in the U.S. was Isaac.
Isaac spent most of its life as a relatively large, relatively disorganized tropical storm and then eventually Category 1 hurricane. Isaac really was all about the water. Again, the wind, not the big story. The water was the big story, the storm surge.
What we think we're going to see is the worst storm ever in some locations.
But by far, the 2012 hurricane season will forever be known as the year of Sandy.
Sandy was a meteorologically fascinating storm. In fact, at times it looked like a hurricane inside a nor'easter, and it also moved in a direction not common with hurricanes or tropical storms that make it to the North Atlantic. Sandy took a left turn right into New Jersey and Delaware.
Sandy is responsible for the deaths of at least 125 people in the U.S. alone. It's one of the most expensive natural disasters in history and the second costliest storm after Katrina. I'm meteorologist Julie Martin, the Weather Channel.